Hello, Shaz. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm still a little bit playing around with my new chair, as I got it today, actually. All right. Hello, David, aka Pimeralda. But yeah, uh, it's a very good race to participate. Uh, since it's Monaco, of course. Might, what's your? I don't. There's a high chance that I don't have your EA, so I don't know. I'm I'm not Shaz. I'm not. So yeah, I can't really tell. Like I can't really invite you unless I somehow have your EA. I'm just kidding, Shaz. Okay, okay. Yeah, Pimeralda, you definitely would need a bit more practice since it's Monaco. But yeah, on that note, um, the track is a very interesting track. Not that you see that often in in the calendars in any of the leagues. Most of the times, Monaco is skipped because of the fact that it's Monaco racing side by side in the races is very hard. It's almost not non-existent, and yeah, it is very hard to overtake. Of course, qualifying is going to be the main point. If you qualify, uh, qualifying is going to be very, very important. It is the most qualifying in here is the most important compared to any other track. Easily the most important because in the race, if you have the pace to be in the top four, let's say top three, but then all of a sudden you bottle your laps in qualifying, all your laps in Q3, and then you start P9. Yeah, for the podium, it is going to be very, very interesting. And as well, you need to time your pit stops as well perfectly. Um, yeah, you need to get those pit stops as well very well, uh, very much perfect, so that you don't get stuck behind any other drivers, um, any other like traffic or something. So yeah, Monaco. We have almost a full grid. There's just one driver yet to join in, or maybe we're waiting for someone. They're still tilted and Tig. And there we go, steps. So we have a full grid. Reggie still hasn't done. He still hasn't updated the flipping standings in the server. So yeah, it's gonna be very. After round 6, I don't know. Like I can't remember that well what's happened there. So yeah. Unless I don't know, I had to get some sort of a code for the flipping thing, but there isn't any. At least that I can't see anything. Can't see any sort of invites, any sort of codes for the flipping app. So I guess we ain't doing anything. I can't really say anything with the about the standings for this week. I can probably say that Roggy has extended his championship lead. I think. I can't even remember what's happened last week. Hold on, let me go into my previous stream. Yeah, it was Las Vegas. Yeah, that was that flipping madness on the first half of the race was boring. Second half of the race was good. Yeah, only one. Yeah, Roggy did extend his championship lead over Tsunami. Over Marco the same, but Marco has caught up to Tsunami by a few points since he finished 5th, at least by the race results that I see from my last week's stream. So yeah. We go into qualifying in Monaco. Of course, I like I said, I can't really say anything about the standings since Reggie hasn't updated them, and I don't have the flipping invite code anywhere that I can find really now to go into the app. Or maybe Reggie hasn't done them at all, I don't know, but anyways, we have to work what we have. And yeah, we just have to skip that segment. Tig is back in, as he probably disconnected before the lobby started. Yeah. And it is raining in qualifying in Q1. It is for the Inters. Oh la la. Oi, 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 oi. Now this is even better for me. This is even better for me. Since, well, I'm gonna see plenty of fucking chaos. This is absolutely fantastic. We have... yeah, right. I know this was equal, yeah. I flipping forgot that Prestige was equal. I don't know how did I forget that. I thought it was... Whatever. Probably that 1 week of flipping Division 1 already messed up my mind. But as we can see, both Marco and Roggi are not here. Tsunami is. So this is very important for Tsunami to maximize this race so that he can get the most amount of points on Roggi and extend his advantage over Marco. So yeah, this is a very important race for Tsunami. As well for McLaren, since Tilted and Womags especially are not really that fast. They aren't really that fast. So the two McLarens are going to have two less cars, at least in terms of the actual constructors fight, if we are talking about that. In front though we have, well, Tig in the Red Bull, Shaz as well, but he's the normal race, or the full-time driver. We have Pimerada in the Aston Martin for reserving. We have as well, I swear to God, then McCluskey in the Alpine. G-Easy in the Sauber. Sauber finally got their first points in real life. Womax, like I mentioned, in the Haas. Flix in the Ferrari. Bobby in the V-Carb. Loads of reserves. Let's just say that. Plenty of reserves in here. First sector for Tilted, 21.901 to the first sector. Of course, it's very hard for me to really say if that's really a good first sector or not, but that hairpin definitely wasn't good. It's a bit wide. But of course, it's going to be very, very challenging. This qualifying session, at least in Q1, is going to be very difficult for the drivers. They probably thought, it's just going to be a dry race, or at least wet qualifying. No, steps, causing yellow flags through turn 4, I believe. There's 19 corners. 2, 3, 4. So something like that. There's like 19 corners. Tilted still going on his lap. And through the second sector was 0-1-1, and third sector goes fastest, of course, at the moment, 22.695, almost going to a wall. At least it looked like it. The next one is going to be the McLaren of Ibrahim, who he goes fastest by over 4.5 tenths. It's Tsunami. Where does it go? Oh, way faster than Ibrahim through the whole lap. 20.600. That is almost 1.5 tenths. That's over 1.5 tenths. 1.6 seconds faster than Ibrahim. Flix goes second, 22.008, but that's still over a second behind Tsunami. Going quickly to find that the track map, so that I can know how many corners there are actually on this track. Tom goes second, 21.448, but that's still over 8 tenths behind, 8.5 tenths behind. Niklas goes fifth, 22.246. Flicks in the wall. No, he isn't in. He's not in the wall, but he looked like he was in the wall. Looks like that he is fine with his front wing. This of course Anya in the Ferrari as well from the reserves. The traffic in here is going to be absolutely abysmal. Like Brader sees that the traffic is absolutely abysmal. Anya is on a flying lap as well, but Anya's a little bit slower, and they'll be going at the same time to the finish line. Anya goes 8th, 24.766. So that's 2.5 seconds behind Niklas. Tilted has improved this time to go P4 21.879. Bradders goes P2 20.968. He can definitely improve on that through the third sector, since he did get blocked by Anya, but Anya was on a flying lap as well, so nothing that Anya could really do. I would highly doubt it that the driver in a flying lap on the adequate tires would just let someone through, destroying their worth of time. Tom goes now fastest, 120.152 by the Williams. Niklas as well third, 120.718. They will just have to go lap after lap after lap, and after lap in these conditions to really get their confidence on. But as well, it's not raining anymore here in Monaco, so it was only the first couple of minutes that it was raining. So of course times will be going faster and faster naturally. We'll be seeing faster and faster times. Okay, we'll just have this track map on. But yeah, I was correct with 19 corners. But yeah, the track is going to be getting faster and faster. Bobby gets a 5-place grip penalty collision with Tig. What on earth has happened there? Bobby has a broken front wing. Tig was on the out lap. Bobby was on a flying lap. Bobby gets a 5-place grip penalty. Did Tig as well get it? There's of course going to be plenty of invalidations. No, only Bobby got it. Maybe Tig blocked Bobby on a flying lap, maybe. But it is what it is at the moment. In the meantime, who the hell has gone faster? Peligua goes 8th as Niklas goes fastest, 19.640. The first one to go into 19s, of course, like I said, times are going to be getting faster and faster and faster as every single lap goes by. Tilted on a flying lap, over a second faster than the previous time. At the moment, it's not going to be looking like a P1. GZ goes second, Tilted goes fourth with 120.199, GZ second with 120.085. Tom did go faster. Now, Jake did go fastest. But for a few seconds, Shaz went faster, but only a little bit more faster, little bit more time faster than Jake. But then Tsunami went fastest, but then Ibrahim went fastest with now a 17.873. So the times are rapidly going faster and faster and faster. And of course, drivers will be looking to go onto those soft compound tires. Aris is the first one to go out there on the track in the slicks. There's of course Flicks, Pimrada, Bobby and Womax looking at them. But Aris is the first one to go out there on the slicks. Peligua goes in the meantime second with 18.122. Steps fifth with 18.374. DRS has been enabled, so now it is a time to switch onto the slicks. Of course, there's still 9 minutes, so it's not like there's a massive hurry onto the slicks. The slicks will be getting, like, you have plenty of time to go onto the slicks. But yeah, only the first half of Q1 was on the inters. Now the second half will be onto the slicks, probably. Tsunami goes fastest, 17.591. Ibrahim is still trying to set some sort of times on the inters, but I think almost everyone will be going onto the slicks at this point. McCluskey goes fastest. Peligua is not improving to the second sector, but McCluskey goes fastest, 17.234. Steps is not improving. He's not even using his ERS. No, he's not improving. Hudson goes fifth, 18.146. Then will be Steps. Aris, let's see what he's doing. First sector, we missed the flipping thing, but let's just see what he was doing in the first sector. First sector, 20.3. So he's a little bit slower than McCluskey through the first sector. Of course, Aris is not really that quick, but he could go fastest for a minute, or for a few seconds, let's just say. Although, to be fair, there's no one out there on the source besides Womax now joins him. Second sector, it's gonna be soon a 55.780. Of course, it shows fastest through the second sector, but we'll see. That was a little bit iffy there. Ibrahim goes fastest by a long mile, 15.550. Can Aris improve on that to go fastest for a few seconds? Yes, he can. 14.729. If Aris can go faster than Ibrahim by 8 tenths, this means that the track is for the slicks, definitely. Hudson goes fast up to P3, 15.643. But yeah, it is pretty much Slick's time at this point on. Womax is, like I said, well, Brothers now is as well a driver on the Slicks. But on the laps, it is only Womax who is on the Slicks. Aris, of course, not on a lap. Let's see what Womax is going to do through the first sector. Womax should be faster than Aris, and yes, he's 19.527. Aris did like 20.3 through the first sector, so yeah, Womax will be going fastest for like a couple of, like a minute maybe. Brothers is as well on a lap through the first sector, going up into turn 3 and in turn 2 and 3, going into turn 4, which is the casino. Shaz going onto the mediums. I think in these conditions would be better to go for the softs, but he knows what he knows. Second, 53.725, so Womax is going a lot faster than Aris. Of course, you don't really want to push really yet on them. This is really the first time, the first laps that you'll be doing on these laps. Of course, you want to really as well just go on them. But yeah, it is pretty much confirmation that the Slicks are fastest. 12.239 by Womax. So yeah, definitely the softs are going to be that hard to go to. Brothers now is he's invalidated actually, so he's messed up his time completely. But 51.2, I believe that was 2. But anyways, he was going a lot faster than Womax through the second sector split. But anyways, Brothers' time is done. Tsunami going into it finally to switch to those Slicks. Cheesy, is he on a lap? Yes, he is to the first sector. Let's see where Jake is. He's just through on the exit of turn 1. Tig as well. So Jake is the G-Easy is the furthest one to be on a lap. 18.562. So he's as well going a lot faster than Womax through the first sector. I mean, I'll be saying a lot faster a lot in here since, well, they are going a lot faster. Womax was like 19.5 or something like that. GZ's set at 18.7, but he invalidates through this chicane. I think there's Nouvelle chicane, aka turn 10. Womax improves on his time to go, well, stay in P1, but to go 11.509, and you can see that he was actually using a bit more ERS on that lap compared to the previous one. There's a bit of a Pimrada out. Pimrada has binned it. Pimrada has binned it through the Nouvelle chicane through turn 10. There's a very easy mistake to do, and he is out of qualifying. The driver who was supposed to only drive in the mystery rounds and decided to drive this round because why not? He is out of qualifying. Jake went fastest for a few seconds before Tig now goes fastest with 0.8915 by the Red Bull driver. But yeah, the times will be going so much faster now. Some drivers might be setting 07s even if they get lucky. Well, not really lucky, but they will put a lap together and they have insane pace. Bobby through the first sector, 18.160. These are really the conditions that, well, they are going to be very much favoring the Slicks, and they'll be going faster and faster. Pretty much at this point, it's probably like optimal to be, well, optimal. It's not like it is faster to be on the Slicks, but as well, it's not like, oh, it's still a little bit wet. It's literally dry. It is bone dry, so it's literally the best conditions for Slicks. Through the second, 50.553 by Bobby. Now he just doesn't, he can't really bin this anymore. Only Raskas going a bit wide through Raskas. Final corner, turn 19. Steps goes third, 09753. There's a one car in front of him. That's Nicholas going P2. Buzz Bobby goes into P1, 08327. Almost 6 cents faster than Tig. And at the end, he is the fastest driver at the moment. Tom as well, 6:10.095. There were those fuck ton of times at the moment. Anya goes P8, 12.923. Hudson is, well, is he on a lap? Yes, he is on a lap. Second sector, 4 seconds faster. Third sector, he goes fourth, 0.809.5 8-2, just about in front of Jake as well. That's 16 thousandths in front of him, in front of Jake. The Tilted has gone 7th, 09764, 11 thousandths behind Steps. G-Easy goes 9th, 10.296, gets dropped down to 11th, 10th by Brothers, goes P3, 08986. Following these times will be very tricky at the at this point on. Tom doing another lap. Anyone is on a lap? Brothers, of course, not. Tig, not. He's invalidated. Bobby going for yet another lap. This will be most likely the last times that most of these drivers will be doing. There's a bit of a car park going on in Raskas. Ooh, that's Anya spun. What the hell is going on? Anya, 5-place group penalty, collision with Aris. So these two have done something very weird. Tsunami goes 2nd, 08624, and he retires. So if retiring on this track like this is not really ideal, it's not really the thing that you would really do. McCluskey has gone 3rd. Brad is not on a lap. Shaz has gone 6th on the mediums, 09385. Aris, no, that's not even Aris, that's flipping Brothers, but Brothers is not on a lap. He's starting a lap. Tig retires, Steps as well retires. Tig leaves the session even. So, a bit too much in my opinion, but anyways. At the moment, it is Flix, Ibrahim, Peligua, and Anya who will be out of qualifying. Of course, Pimrado will be out. And the clock hits 0, so these will be definitely the last times that all these drivers will be doing. Jake as well has retired. Jake and Steps might be in a bit of a danger of not making it into Q2. Aris has a broken front end. Can he improve on his time? No, he can't. Stays 14th. Now he needs to pray a little bit from the cars behind. Peligua invalidated his time. He is gonna stay in 17th. That lap would have been easily up to right behind his teammate McCluskey. Ibrahim gets a 5-place grid penalty, collision with Hudson as well, going into the pits as well. But yeah, Ibrahim is out of qualifying as well. Anya is as well out of qualifying. Womax needs to improve on his time because Flix is still on his lap through the final corner. Jake and Steps are easily through. Flix, where does he go? P8. Now Womax needs to do his time. Can he improve? Aris is 10.9. No, he can't. He improves his time, but stays in 16th. That is 4 tenths, less than 4 tenths, I believe. No, actually, 6 tenths between Womax and Aris, about 5.5, something like that. But yeah, Womax, Anya, Peligua, Ibrahim, and Pimirada are out of qualifying. 3 big surprises that are out of qualifying. Peligua, Ibrahim, and Pimirada. But all 3 of them are out of qualifying. Anya has left the session, so probably rage quit, since he has that 5-place group penalty. But yeah, there's plenty and plenty of drivers who have drive-through penalties. Drive-through penalties, 5-place group penalties. What I meant to say. So yeah, it is Bobby who has goal 1. So he's definitely not gonna start in the flipping pole position unless we're gonna restart the session. Anya as well 5-place grid penalty, and Ibrahim as well 5-place grid penalty. So 3 drivers, 5-place grid penalties. Interesting. Of course, Anya has left the session, so maybe he's gonna be like, nah. He's just gonna say no, and he's just not gonna race at all. Going into Q2, of course, no smoking allowed, as you can see. But yeah, Q2, no rain, at least nothing that we can see of. I'm gonna leave this detail at least in here, because, you know, but yeah. Q2, dry. shouldn't be that messy as well, since 5 less cars are gonna be out in. Well, there'll be 5. There is 5 less cars on the track at least. There's not gonna be all 20. There's gonna be only 15. So it's not gonna be that big of a well, traffic paradise. So yeah, Jake out there on the softs, Tsunami as well. There's Shaz Brothers and Flix who are thinking about mediums. Shaz is out there on the mediums. Brothers, yes, he is as well. Flix as well. So all those 3 are on the mediums. Yeah, Bobby probably of course will be absolutely furious with that penalty, but if that won't be able to be like, that's not gonna get taken off, then he's just gonna, he needs to find some better luck, I guess, or I don't know, avoid take next time. I don't know, but still would need to do something about it. Tsunami is going to be the first one to start their times, and I guess let's just go with a full lap with him. There's Bobby on the right, turn 1. You really need to attack all these corners, absolute maximum, up through the hill, into turn 3 now, and into turn 4, the Casino Square. You really need to be close to these walls as possible. First sector 18.255. Now into the hairpin, turn 6, the famous hairpin, the slowest hairpin of the whole calendar, 3rd gear through the hairpin. Turn 7 and into turn 8, Mirage, I believe. I can't remember all these corner names at all. Into the tunnel. Of course, DRS is banned in here now, into the Nouvelle Chicane, turn 10 and 11, and he invalidates through that chicane. That is a lap over for Tsunami. Jake, he's still on a lap. Thought that he's gonna invalidate through there, but he didn't. Into Tobac. Second sector, what's it gonna be at 51.175 by Jake. Now into this chicane that is very famous for Charles Leclerc in 2021. Now, I already forgot the name. It's not flipping Renaissance. It's something with R. I can't really remember it anymore. I said it once. Whatever. Across the line, Jake first, 09.201. Goes fastest. Of course, it's not the fastest time that we've seen in the whole of qualifying. There's like Bobby said, like almost a second faster than that time, but still. G-Easy, where's he gonna go? P2 10.382 by G-Easy. Then that's gonna be Shaz who goes second, 09.932. Niklas goes second, 09.629. And Brothers goes fastest on the mediums, 09.047. Flex fourth at the moment, 09.675. Then it is going to be McCloskey crossing the line, and he goes second, 09.155. Bobby goes third, 09.197, probably on the used set of softs. Then Hudson is on a lap. Tsunami has invalidated once again. Hudson through the final corner. Raskas. It is bloody Raskas. Hudson goes 7th, 09.699. Steps is on a lap. Tsunami probably as well. Yes, he is as well. Steps as well, but he's only going into the Nouvelle Chicane. Turn 10 and 11. Is he gonna... No, he's not gonna invalidate. Very safe through there, I have to say, from him. Into Tabac. Second sector, that's actually 51.755. Through turns flipping 12, 13, 14, 15, I guess. No, that's then gonna be 17, 18. And then turn 19, the final corner. Very safe this lap, I see, from Steps. And he's gonna go across the line to go P9, 09.972 by Steps. That was a very cautious second half of the lap, at least from what I saw. That whole lap, what I saw was very cautious through Nouvelle Chicane. Tabac not so much, but then after that, turns 13, 14, 15, 16. Then as well, the final corner was very safe. Of course, it is like there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to go safe, then it is good to do a. It's good to do just a normal lap, a banker lap, or a banker lap. It is a good idea just to go for a easy lap on the first one, so that at least you have the time on the board, and then on the second one you're gonna push like hell, trying to do the lap. Especially, it is a very good idea around here. Tom, first sector, 18.363. Right, 3. Close enough. Lost to the wall incoming. Yeah, that Nouveau chicane wall on the inside is going to... We'll probably see more than one driver in there in the race. Tom through the Nouveau chicane doesn't matter because somewhat wide on the exit of it. But still manages to go through better than Pimerado did. 51.660. Now through turn 16, 17, or 15, 17, whatever. Into Raskas. First gear through there. And then the final corners. And then the final straight with the DRS. Only DRS spot on the whole track. And he got 6.09.544. Then Bradders, no, that's not Bradders, that was Aris goes 12th with the slowest time. Bradders is improving on his time, but only the slightest of improvements. Raskas, and then the final corner, and let's see, is he gonna be able to improve on the previous lap? Yes, he can by 45 thousandths. Goes even faster. 0.922.002. And yeah, he is 1.5 tenths faster than McCluskey. Steps got 7th. Definitely an improvement on the lap. You could see that there was an improvement on the lap very easily. And he goes 7th at the moment. Tilted is in P11 with 10.077. Not 007, 077. Tsunami still yet to do a lap. From the top 3, the only driver who is in this race is struggling here a bit in Q2. He is a bit struggling. 18.351 through the first sector. It looks like he's a bit struggling, but we'll see how he will do throughout of the rest of the lap. Turn 7, turn 8. Maybe he could get a bit of a tow by Tilted on the tunnel. And then Nouveau chicane, a bit of a distraction. Then he goes wide, completely wide. Probably massive distraction by Tilted by, well, going so late to the left, avoiding him. Probably that scared Tsunami the fuck out, and then probably, yeah. Anyways, a bit of a distraction by Tilted, and Tsunami has to yet again go for another lap. He's been doing like 5 laps already, I feel like. And all those were invalidated one way or the other. Okay, this is his 4th lap now, that what he's doing, so okay. McCluskey invalidated. Bobby is on a flying lap through the first sector. Tsunami through the first sector, missed it. Shaz goes fastest, 0.8907. Of course, like I said, it's still nowhere near the fastest time that we've seen. It's still like 7 tenths behind that. So definitely, not maybe for Shaz, but definitely there's time for improvement. Bobby, yet again, I missed this delta through the second sector, but he's definitely up on his time since it is purple through the second sector on the map. But of course, like I've been saying all the time, it's not really reliable, that purple second sector. Bobby, can he go fastest? Yes, he can go fastest. Goes P1 by a long way in front of Shaz. That's half a second in front of Shaz. 0.8387 by Bobby, and he goes fastest. Of course, he has that 5+ grid penalty. Tsunami finally gets his lap done, and he goes fastest now with a banger. 0.8221. Finally, Tsunami set his time on the board, and that was a banger of a lap. And he should be through with that as well. Hello, Louise. to the stream. McCluskey gets another lap on the same pair of softs. 1.5 tenths up on his time to the first sector. Second sector, definitely not an improvement. 3.5 seconds down on his time. Maybe yet another lap on the same set of softs. He has a full tank, so he could. And he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that, so he's going for another one. Shaz not improving to the first sector, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, he's gonna go into the pits. But yeah, Shaz not improving. Aris, he's on a lap to the first sector. Can he improve? Yes, he can by 8 tenths to the first sector, so that's massive improvement. Of course, that is still a long way behind G-Eazy. He would need to find like second 8 tenths, so that he would be behind, like either right behind G-Eazy or right in front of G-Eazy, but still. Shasta, the second sector, he's up on his time by 1.5 tenths. Brothers as well on a lap. McCluskey faster to the first sector by 4 hundredths. Aris, let's see what's his second sector. He's still 8 tenths up, but he completely cuts the corner through turn 15. Shaz does improve in his time by over a tenth. Stays third. 0.8785. Brothers down his time to the first sector. McCluskey is cooking 6 tenths faster through the second sector, but that final corner was not great, and he does lose a bit of time. Goes third anyways. 0.8640, but definitely could have gone faster if he didn't go that deep into the final corner. But still, enough, good enough lap to go into third and not crash out as well in qualifying. That's as well a very good thing to do in qualifying. I highly, I'd say it's not recommended to crash into a wall. It would have been very, it would have been very ironic if Hudson would have crashed into a wall through Nouvelle Chicane. Hudson is 3 tenths up, but it's almost invalid through turn 15. 16-17 now. Not 16-17, it's 15 and 16. Or whatever it is, I don't flipping know. But anyways, I'm gonna call them 14-15. 15-16, sorry. I'm getting all lost with those. Hudson goes 8th, 0.9274. Niklas has retired in the pits, so he's very confident with that time in P7 at the moment. I guess he's thinking that that's his top time that he can do. I guess Cheesy's gonna start his time. Steps is down his time through the second sector. Did he somehow find 2 tenths to the third sector? No, he didn't. He stays 10th at the moment, as Tom's still yet to do a lap, his final flying lap. Flicks as well. Tilted is now starting his probably final flying lap. Technically, he has more time with that. That first corner a bit wide. Into the first corner, G-Eazy is up by 2 tenths, going a bit slow through the second sector. The hairpin. Tilted doesn't. No, he's not. He's not on a lap. He's definitely not on a lap. Brothers as well retires. Shaz as well has retired. Jake invalidated. Tom to the first sector, 1.5 tenths up on his time. That would be still him in P9, but of course that would open up a bit of more of a gap to Steps. Steps is not on a lap since he's not using ERS. G-Eazy is almost 6 tenths faster than his previous time. That would still be not in the top 10. So he would need to find 2 tenths more through the third sector, and he didn't. He actually lost time through the third sector. And so he is in P12 with 0.9869, and unless he has no ERS to do another lap, so he's going to be out of qualifying. Tig is as well out of qualifying, since he hasn't, he hasn't come out of the pits at all. G-Eazy has now crashed through the casino. He's going to stay in 12th since, he's out of qualifying. Anyways, Flicks through the first sector, he's up on his time. Tom did he improve? I don't actually know, did he improve? I don't think he did, but he stays in 9th. That's for sure. Hudson is up on his time through the second sector a little bit, but still, that little bit is good of an improvement. The time has hit 0. Tom is definitely out. He's not going to set another time. Hudson does improve on his time, and he goes in to P6, 09.023. Now Aris goes 12. Flicks, where does he go? Does he push steps? Yes, he does push steps out of qualifying, and he goes in P8, 09.083. Tilted is the only one on a lap, but he's invalidated, and so it is Steps, Aris, G-Eazy, Tilted, and Tig out of qualifying in Q2. Tilted just wants to do a lap. Would that been enough? I don't think that would have been 09.695. Definitely not. So yeah, it is. Like I said, Steps, Aris, G-Eazy, Tilted, and Tig out of qualifying. Tig had a good pace, but he left. So it is Tom, Niklas, Flicks, Jake, Hudson, Shaz, McCluskey, Bobby, Bradders, and Tsunami fighting it out for pole position. Of course, Bobby has that 5+ grid penalty still hanging around him. So, I mean, of course, P1 would be the most optimal, since they'll drop him down to P6. Of course, then there's the question, is that 5+ grid penalty going to get removed by doing a lobby reset? But I haven't heard anyone talking about it. At least no one saying it in the chat, that in the stream, that he's going to get that removed. I doubt it that it's gonna get removed, but we'll see. I just want to check in the server if there's gonna be anything. I don't see anything really. I don't see anything said like that, so I guess Anya Anya has left the session. He has left the fucking lobby. The server. He has left the server. Bro. Well, I guess there's gonna be a one ghosted car driving. Now we are into Q3. Right, a minute into Q3. We have I'll set into 100%. Wasn't your time like an 11, like a 10.7? No, an 0.97 or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember. I did not see it long enough, but shame that you didn't get into Q3. We have Tom. Well, pretty much everyone's gonna be out of qualifying besides Shaz, because he is deciding to take a shit, I guess. Yeah, he doesn't want to get out of the pit just yet. So, Tsunami, the driver who really needs to catch up to Roggy and extend the lead or his advantage over Marco, is going to be under pressure here a bit to really perform, because he would need to get that dub, and if you get that dub, then there's a good chance that he might take the championship lead. First sector 18.169 by Tsunami through the first sector. Of course, we're going to go as long as possible on the lap with Tsunami, unless he's going to invalidate once again in the Nouvelle Chicane. But so far, a good lap. Yeah, so far it is looking like a good lap. Nouvelle Chicane, is it going to invalidate it once again? No, it doesn't. Fourth gear on the exit is very high. A very high gear on the exit, at least personally. Second sector 50.651, 50 and 16 once again. Oh, a bit of sliding into turn 15, and now into the Rascas, turn 18. Third gear on the exit of Rascas, a bit too wide, taking a lot of space going into the final corner, and Tsunami goes fastest, of course, 0.8407, and now everyone behind Jake goes second, 0.8878. Brothers, 877, 1,000 of a second in front of Jake. It is very close up in the top. Shaz finally has come out of the pits. Tom still on lap, 51.255. And Niklas as well on the laps. Second sector, 51.116. McCluskey, I believe he has... no, but he's done with his time. Bobby as well done with his time. McCluskey had to let Flicks through. Tom goes 4th, 09.304. Niklas is going to come across the line and he goes 4th, 09.055. Then it is going to be Bobby, where they'll be in a 13.143. But he's going for another lap once again. Flicks goes 6th, 09.515. Shaz as well has started his flying lap. Hudson has invalidated. McCluskey as well going for another lap, probably. Maybe, we'll see. So the first sector is going to be in pro. Almost. That was very close to going into a wall by McCluskey on the exit out of the casino. Thankfully, he did save it, so he still has a full car on him. Bobby, first sector, 18.060. That is a monstrous first sector by Bobby. Shaz, I don't see his first sector. Bobby, second sector, is going to be at 50.559, so it's only a 10th faster than Tsunami. In front of him, there's one of the Williamses, a bit of a hit into a wall. In turn 16, Bobby still has that one Williams in front of him. That is one of the Tom brothers. He's really blocking him. And Bobby, does he go faster? Yes, he still goes faster. 08.251. But what was Niklas doing out on there? On the... Like, he's not even gonna start the lap because he got blocked by the... He's in AI now. Yeah, that is very weird by Niklas. But anyways, Bobby goes fastest by 1.5 tenths in front of Tsunami. Shaz, he invalidated in the final sector, so or probably in Nouveau Chicane. But yeah, he doesn't have a time on the board. Lassie now going for a lap. Let's see, can he go... Well, of course, he should improve, and he invalidates through Nouveau Chicane. That is a very easy place to invalidate. That Nouveau Chicane, it sometimes can be a bit of a BS, how some others get away with all those cuttings. Ollie leaves the session. Of course, there's no space, so he won't be able to take any. Lassie goes into a wall. He needs... Oh, that could be a bit of an awkward position for McCluskey. He's now reversing. Now he's going forward, so he needs to do one extra lap. Shaz 16.487. Still has fuel to do it on a lap, so he's still trying to do that one flying lap. He has a full track to himself, a clean track to himself. First sector is going to be an 18.225. A bit of a hit in the wall on the inside of turn 5. A hairpin descent. Sliding into turn 7. Turn 8. Good enough. Then, of course, into the tunnel. Into the Nouveau Chicane now. Turn 11 and turn 10 and 11. Bit wide through Nouveau Chicane, but it is what it is. Into Tabac. Second sector 50.984. 13, 14, 15, 16. A bit wide into the wall. Heavy hit into a wall. Into Raskas now. And goes into the wall. Goes into the pits. Yeah, the full TC is a bit of an interesting thing on this game, but it is what it is. It is what it is. To be fair, it is a lot easier to drive. I know it was on 23 where it was easier to drive on full TC compared to F1 22. On 24, I don't know. It really depends. on conditions, on the corners and all that. It really depends on the track, but from F1 22 to 23 it was a lot easier to drive on no TC, since you didn't have that much torque or that much power on the lower gears. Like flipping hairpins, you were supposed to take like or very slow corners. You were supposed to take fourth or fifth even sometimes. So since there was so much flipping power in those in the gears, like there's so much power in the gears, it was a bit ridiculous. Jake starts probably his final flying lap, although if he has fuel to set few more. He's gonna get a bit of traffic by the car in the name of Shaz. The two V-Corps as well out on track. Bobby on the out lap, Shaz as well on the out lap. Hudson on a flying lap. Shaz in front of Jake. He's gonna have a bit of a distraction for him because no. Oh, there he goes. I mean, that was really the first sort of part where Shaz had the opportunity to really let him through nicely and confidently. Jake a bit up on his time through the first sector by like 5 thousandths. Hudson to the first sector, don't see his delta. But yeah, Jake still on the flying lap, turn 9 through the tunnel. Now into the Nouvelle chicane, which is going to be turn 10 and 11, very close into the wall on the inside. So yeah, into turn 12 to back, and then turn 13, 14, he's 50.719 through the second sector. That was a good second sector. And now through the third sector, very nice, Raskas, third final corner. That was a bit slow, but Jake, where does he go? Does he go fastest? No, he doesn't, but he goes third. 08491 by Jake. Still a good time to go up to P3. Hudson, in the meantime, goes fifth. 09038. Probably these were the final times by Jake and Hudson, but both of them still have fuel to go for another lap. Tsunami now comes out of the pit to be now on a flying lap. Shaz as well as Bobby are on a flying lap. Bobby through the tunnel and into the Nouvelle chicane once again. Turn 10 and 11. Good one through here. He's going to have a Williams once again. A Williams. Is that the same Williams? No, yes, it is the same Williams in front of Bobby. 2.5 tenths up on his time, but this time Niklas lets him through. And through Raskas, I think we might see a 07 from Bobby through the final corners. I think it's gonna be an 07 by Bobby. High 07. Yes, it is 07989. The first time to go into 07's Bobby. Still on provisional pole position, but extends his lead over Tsunami by almost 4 tenths. Shaz goes in the meantime P2 08276 by the Red Bull. So that gap, of course, goes down to almost 3 tenths, but still a very, very good time by Shaz. Tsunami still yet to do a lap. Jake is done with his time. Ollie is back in. There's no space, mate, unfortunately. Nicholas, the first sector, is up a tenth. In the meantime, McCluskey has gone third, 08382. The clock is ticking down, so this will be the final flying times. That was very close with Tsunami retiring just in front of Bradders. That is a lap done for Bradders. I mean, that was very dumb by McCluskey to retire that, and Bradders is trying to destroy the car. Tom is up on his time. Niklas through the final couple of corners, 65,000 up on his time to the second sector. Can he go faster than Hudson? Yes, he can, and he goes 7th, 08984. Flicks. Can he improve to go P9 at least? P6 he goes! Jesus Christ, I did not expect that of a jump through the second and third sectors. Goes P6, 08735 by Flicks. Very good time. Tsunami, can he go P2 to go pole position, or at least P1 for the grid? Yes, he can. P2, 08061. Anyone else on the lap? There's Tom. No, Tom is not on the lap. So it says Bobby is on pole position, but Tsunami is going to start first for the sprint, which is very important for him. Shaz is going to start in P2, McCluskey third, Jake fourth, Flicks, I believe this is gonna be sixth, then fifth. Then it's Bobby Bratters in seventh, Nicholas eighth, Hudson ninth, and Tom is gonna start in P10. That is the top 10 for the race. A 39 lap race. It's gonna be a bit boring, of course, since it's well, it is Monaco, but it is what it is. But yeah, it is pole position for Bobby, but Tsunami is gonna start first for the actual race. Bobby's gonna start in P numero 6. I believe that is the correct P6. Or I think that is in... I can't fucking remember. Okay. In P6, okay. So yeah. Very important for Tsunami to be up there. And yeah. Very good from him. I mean, it's not really stupid that they don't slide. I mean, you don't really have places to slide. There isn't that many medium speed corners that's like long medium speed corners where you really would need to slide. Like like the slow speed corners you can't slide, and then the left right left you can't slide there either, because then you really need to be as straight as possible, or you have to have as well of a line for the next couple of corners. Shaz has left the session. Are we getting a new lobby or what? Okay. Lobby restart. Oh, no, wait, no. I can't. I was gonna turn off the flipping game, which would then turn off the flipping stream, so that would be... That wouldn't be ideal. So yeah, now we I guess just wait for the invite from Shaz now. Even though, to be fair, in my opinion, we didn't really need to leave the lobby. I think we could have just retired, but whatever. Right, I need to go into YouTube because there's a flipping... Yes, there without assist in turn 4-5, the quickest left-hander after chicane, as all the turn 5 is super trick interaction car is unstable. I mean, of course, I mean, you were talking about sector 3. I mean, of course, there's corners where you need to slide. Turn 1, you need to bit slide. Then, of course, turns 3 and 4, you need to bit slide. To back as well, you need to slide. But those aren't corners in sector 3. Of course, in like every single track, you need to slide a bit in most of the corners, but it isn't like Yeah, I mean you can't. I mean, 30%. Okay, 30%. I wouldn't really say 30%. Like maybe 50% you can put there. Like for a split second between Raskas and like before the braking. Okay, what the hell, man? Why is it not? Oh my god, this game, man. Can't got an invite from Bobby, it seems like it. Okay, now we're back in. Because I have Reggie driving now in the Ferrari since Anya has left. We have Ollie in the Red Bull since Tig doesn't drive Le Mans. Alright, we're finally reading up. Finally we're going. I'll have to check the flipping grid, because I don't know if the, like, what is going on with the grip pens and all that. Although to be fair that there's a, formation lab so that I can check that then. Okay, so yeah, we're finally going into the race. Let's just see what is it gonna be. I guess hopefully it's not gonna be raining, because then the race is gonna take an hour. But then at the same time, then it's gonna be, well, for the drivers it's gonna be absolute hell. But for me, it's gonna be a bit probably boring as well, because no one is gonna overtake or nothing. So probably I'll like dry race. I like a dry race, if but we'll see what we'll get. Dry race. There's a formation lap, of course. So I'll just check the grid on the. Jesus. But yeah. Finally into the race. Hopefully it's not gonna take an hour. I remember like back in it, like 2 years ago or something like that, at some point it was impossible to get a safety car in Monaco. I don't know if that's fixed or not at all, because you know EA likes to do EA things. They don't like to fix things, even though they're broken. So yeah, we'll see if there's gonna be any safety cars. I think there is, but honestly, I don't know. We'll see. Let's just see what is it gonna be in the race. These drivers are taking an awful lot of time. It's ready up. Oh, there we go. And it is Bobby on pole position. Reggie and Ollie, of course, in the back, since they didn't do qualifying. Ibrahim doesn't have a 5 grip penalty, it seems like it. Then, well, Anya had one, but of course, he's not racing. So, it is Bobby on pole position. And the rest of the grid is pretty much how it was. So, into the tires. Tsunami going very aggressive. Or, very aggressive. Peligua is the one who is going very aggressive on the softs. Tsunami is going for a more aggressive strategy. Trying to get Bobby off the line, it seems like it. Since, of course, mediums have the better traction, better grip in the first part of the race. Bobby, Shaz, Jake, Felix, brothers, Nicholas, Hudson, Tom, and Aris have gone for the hards. Tsunami, McCluskey, Steps, G-Easy, Tilted, Womax, Ibrahim, Pimrada, Oli, and Reggie have gone for the mediums. And the one and only Peligua has gone for the soft compound of tire. He's going for a very, very aggressive strategy. I'll be very interested in what he's going for. So yeah, starting P16, and we'll see how he will do. But Tsunami is going to try to jump Bobby off the line with those mediums. The heat in those mediums are not really that good. Neither with Bobby. So both of them are a bit not in a good position in terms of the time warm-up, but probably most of the drivers are not going to have the good time warm-up in here, unless they were in the AI. Yeah, somewhere in the 80s a bit. Reggie has got in the 60s, so that's going to be very interesting. But yeah, 5 red lights soon, maybe sometimes. There we go. And then it is gonna be 5 red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out now. And we go here in the Monaco Grand Prix. Tsunami, can he get a good start in front of Bobby? Bobby just got taken out by Tsunami since Bobby was ghosted. Of course, Bobby is gonna be absolutely raging, but Tsunami couldn't do really anything. He thought that he wouldn't hit Bobby with his usual internet stuff. Womax, in the meantime, is in loss. He has dropped plenty of places. Tsunami has hit his target behind. What is going on? G-Eazy has stopped and damaged front wing for G-Eazy before turn 5. Hairpin as well. Chaos down the pack. But it is Tsunami leading the way from Shaz. Bobby already trying to regain some of the places that he lost from that start. Flick up into P5. Jake dropping down to P7 and 6, it seems like it. Actually, yeah, Jake has lost 2 positions of the start. Ollie already up into P10. What the hell is... What the hell has this man taken before the race? He's already up into P10 from P19. So he's absolutely on it in this race, it seems like it. Bobby into the pits. Does he have damaged front wing? It seems like he is going for a damaged front wing. Yellows in sector 3. That is Womax going into the pits. Jeezy with a broken front wing doesn't pit. But it is Bobby with damaged front wing. He's going to be absolutely fuming. His pole position... got to, well, it was, well, he got it back after receiving a 5-minute grid penalty, but in the end that got even worse, dropping down to P19, but it was just connection issues. Aris now drops down to P18, not driving, of course, damaged front wing, but I'd say that he will be still driving, as he's not driving, he's going straight into the wall, he's going straight into the escape road. He's still in 8th gear, he's still there, he's not driving, he's dead. He's dead. Steps 10 seconds for cutting up for cutting corner. Aris is still dead. Now he's alive. He just got overtaken by Womax. He's still now he's alive. Exiting out of the escape road. Steps losing plenty of places, going into the pits. Steps probably a damaged front wing as well. Yes, there is a front wing change, and as well a 10-second time penalty is going to be taken in here. Pimeralda, the first one to get a 3-second time penalty already. Pimeralda, who as well started in P18, is in P11, but with a damaged front wing, there's going to be plenty of front wings. There is Niklas spun on the exit of the casino. I think he has a full front wing. Yes, he does. Tom as well down in 14th. I mean, your signal disconnected. Okay. That... ok. I'm not denying that it didn't happen. I'm just surprised. Okay, but good to know that you just didn't rage quit. Good to know that it was just your signal disconnecting. But unfortunately, pretty much that's your race over right there. So, since you're getting lapped by the whole grid, so... I can't lie, you might just retire, since... I mean, you're just praying that half the grid is gonna get taken out. Like, half the grid, it's just gonna get... just gonna be DNF'd. Pimeralda looking for a gap on Brothers, but cannot find it yet. Brothers previously lost a position to Ibrahim, who as well started down the order in like 17th. He's up to 8th. Ollie's up to 7th from bloody knows where he started, like 19th. So there's plenty of drivers who have started further back down. Brothers tries to find a space, but that was an ambitious move, and there is a roadblock. There is a roadblock, or there was a roadblock in the hairpin. Brothers trying to go around the outside of the hairpin, did not work, and Ibrahim Brothers and everyone who was there, like Ibrahim Brothers getting caught up, the Brothers killing himself, it seems like it. To be fair, going around the outside of the hairpin is not really the thing that you would do, that you should do. But for the Mercedes drivers, it's going to be an absolute nightmare, this one. Aris, who is down in 20th, who had genuine pace, actually. Pimrada and Ibrahim going into the pits. Bradders seems like he really wants to kill himself. In-game. I'm not... yeah, he's really trying to kill himself. I'm just going to watch this so that he doesn't actually cause a safety car. Aris into the pits as well. Probably both of them are going to retire. No, Bradders is still driving. Okay. Flix is trying to defend from Oli, but Oli has sent it into the hairpin, but Flix around the outside of the hairpin. Now turn 7, a bit of contact between them. Through turn 7, turn 8. Oli just goes right through Flix all of a sudden. And Oli, just like that, is up to P6. He started 19th. Yes, he started 19th, and he's 13 places up in 5 laps. In 5 laps, he has gone from P19 up into P6. Peligua as well started P16. He's up to P8. Tilted as well in up to P9. Still a good front wing on him. Reggie, who started last, he's up to 12th. So that's very good for him. Yellows, that's probably again Brothers. No, that's actually Aris. That's it. Damaged front wing for him yet again. Reggie going into the pits. Aris has retired on track. Yeah, it's gonna cause a bit of chaos in here. Bit of contact. Yeah, there's contact between Aris's AI and that was a Red Bull of someone. There is Tom, retired through the casino square, just cutting that corner, inside corner too much probably, and there's a full course safety car out there on track. So definitely. Oh, there's one of the Alpha Tauris. There's one of the flipping V-cars stopped on the middle of the road. That was Bobby, but now he's driving, it seems like it. But yeah, full course safety car out there, out on track. Now it is a bit of a headache. What do they do? Are they gonna pit or not? McCluskey pits. Shaz stays out. Tsunami did not pit. To be fair, that would have been a free pit stop, but of course he would be then selling his track position. Clean air. I mean, he has it all. But yeah, McCluskey into the pits. Oli as well into the pits. Peligua as well into the pits. Those are not going to live for much longer, so he has to pit. Tilted as well into the pits. Niklas as well. There's going to be plenty of drivers who are going to take this free pit stop. As well, maybe because they have broken front wings, so they might as well just change it. Like G-Easy had with both the end plates gone. But yeah, Tsunami still in first. Shaz in second. Bradish is trying to unlap himself. Yeah, that's a really great idea, brothers. That's a very great idea. I want to look at Bradish. What is he gonna do? He's really gonna try to cause the flipping. He's doing it like this. This is really dangerous, in my opinion. Like this thing should be banned because this is dangerous. What Brothers is doing, he's literally like, okay, he's overtaken. Okay, maybe he's actually through. Okay, he got lucky, but in my opinion, that kind of thing should be banned because that is very dangerous, especially on a track like Monaco. That is very, very dangerous, and it like, there's the good way of that, basically Brothers getting himself unlapped, but then there's the bad stuff where basically the lapped car crashes the leader out because of them trying to, or gives the leader a 10-second time penalty, which they will have to serve because they haven't pitted yet. So it's just really dangerous. It's really dangerous. Tilted goes into the pits once again for a new front wing. That is, how many pits has it done? That is, oh, that is first pit stop. Okay, so that's not again. That is literally his first pit stop. He's gonna rejoin behind his teammate Womax. So pretty much nothing that's really lost. Oh yeah, Brad is of course gonna be trying to get his race back on. Pimrada and Peligua switching places, it seems like it's through the hairpin. Okay. It's ok. And drivers who have 3 seconds of penalties are Brothers, Jeezy and Pimrada. The two Williams... Womax has done something. Womax has done something. Pimrada and Peligua yet again at it. I don't know, maybe Pimrada just isn't anticipating that the grid is gonna go so slow through some of the corners. Maybe. It seems like the safety car is not coming in yet. I mean, now Pimrada and Ibrahim are going at it. Jesus. But yeah, safety car not in this lap yet, so it's gonna be next lap. Of course, there's steps and batters still to catch up, but it was mainly about has it done his 3 laps that it was supposed to do? The answer is no. So yeah, Mikalasia and Ollie at it, or was it Bobby? I don't flipping know what Artishav is doing with trying to overtake each other under the safety car, like, the hell? I mean, as well, you could just... I don't know if it's allowed, but if it's allowed, then you could just go into an AI and well, just go in AI, and that AI will warm up your tires to a good point, like 90 degrees at least. Well, of course, if you go for a full lap, if you go for like half a lap, then it's gonna be like 85 or 80, but still it's gonna be better than like 60. Because of course, under the safety car, especially on this track, it's near impossible to really well get those tires up to temperature. So yeah. Okay, Ibrahim has now lost places. Sitka in this lap. Pimrada has now lost a place to Ibrahim. Pimrada is going to be, of course, winning from that. But safety car is in this lap. Tsunami is now going to control the pace. His tires are absolutely freezing. But yeah, he's going to be controlling the pace. He can go whenever he wants. Just knows not go and stop. And go, but Tsunami has gone. Green flags are now waved, and so we are back at green flag racing, going into lap 10. Tsunami still keeping that lead. Pimrada is already trying to get that P10 from Ibrahim, and he did get it. Also, it could have been that Ibrahim just wanted that position back, although Pimrada has now been overtaken again, or back by Ibrahim on the exit out of turn 1, up the hill into turn 2. So Ibrahim is back in front. Nicholas trying something behind, but can't really do anything. Ollie is now in front of McCloskey, Aranians out of turn 7, and McCloskey goes into the wall on the exit of turn 7. Spins on his own. There was no contact between McCloskey and Ollie, at least that's what I saw from. So McCluskey just lost it on his own and leaves the session. Doesn't even retire the car, just leaves the session like that. To be fair, there's a long race in front, so he could have just driven. Shaz gets a 3-second time penalty, so definitely at this point on in the race, that's his race win gone. He had a bit of a snap on the exit out of turn. Raskas Flicks now gets overtaken by Ollie. That was a very easy overtake by Ollie. Ollie is absolutely cooking at the moment. And Bobby could try and overtake Flicks through turn 2 up the hill. Flicks did do a very good defense, but Bobby now through turn 3, turn 4. Flicks is going to have the inside, side by side, and Flicks gets spun round by Bobby. That was a very bad place by Bobby to overtake. And as a result of that, Flicks is the one that spins now. This has now been caused by Bobby. So yeah, Flicks broken front wing and 7 seconds behind Brothers, and as well on the old hards as well. Bit ambitious by Bobby. Bobby's like that. Jake, 3 seconds. Oh, that was a very big hit by Bobby through Tabak. Ollie's still trying to get those places in front. He is the leading driver with the with the newest hard, or the driver that has already pitted. Yellows, that's Flicks retiring. That's not on track though. Hudson does get overtaken by Ollie. Ollie, lovely fake by, from Ollie. There's a very lovely fake by Ollie going into turn 1, forcing Hudson to go deep. And, Ollie is now up to P4, and now next the car in front of him is Jake. Ollie is absolutely cooking here in Monaco. He's just overtaking everyone left, right and center. He's going up, down, left, right, everywhere. Even like diagonally, he's going everywhere. Ollie, is he going to send it down inside into Nurmagomedov? Yes, he is going down inside. Ooh, that was very close to the wall on the inside. Jake did leave him adequate space, and Jake is now behind Ollie. Bobby as well is in front of Hudson, but that was just mainly probably led through by Hudson, since of course Hudson knows that he's going to be slower than Bobby. Behind, G-Easy retires through to back. Is that going to be yet another safety car? That is a retired car fully, but it is not a safety car. Brothers gets a 3 second time penalty. He's trying to overtake Steps into Raskas on the exit of Raskas, going to the final corner. No, he can't yet. Steps, I believe he has a broken front wing. I think I saw. No, he doesn't. Bobby overtakes Jake. Brothers still too far behind Steps, but yeah, Bobby gets overtaken by Jake. A bit of contact, and then Bobby once again contact through turn 3 and 4 with another driver, this time with Jake. Even Bobby hit the inside wall of turn 4, but in the end he's up to P4. Ollie is of course trying to catch up to Shaz. Shaz is still within a 1 second of Tsunami, so he's really matching Tsunami's pace. On the, at this point, probably a better hards. Ollie of course has already pitted, so it probably doesn't need to pit anymore. Steps, overtakes Umax. Pimrod out in the same position, not really the same position, but that is a VSC deployed. Pimirada yet another time in the Nouvelle Chicane. The first time in qualifying, that was the inside wall into turn 10. The turn 10 corner. This time on the exit out of the Nouvelle Chicane. Already Tsunami and Shaz already reacting to that. G-Easy and Pimrada leaves the session, but them two go into the pits, taking the advantage of the VSC. But the VSC was very short, and they'll be down quite a lot. They'll be P10, and Shaz lost and driver on track in down in 14, so it didn't really work out for them like they wanted. And yet another driver, that is Bobby through the casino. He is out. Last lap, he hit that corner. Now he is out of the race, and Shaz as well overtakes Umax very easily. Bobby, who lost, like literally last lap, had contact with Jake through that corner, and he like scraped that wall. Next lap, cuts too much on the inside, hits the wall fully, and that is his race gone. Just like that. This race is so cruel. You can just end your race just like that. The suspension pops out, and that is it. Brothers just lets Shaz through as well. Very interesting. Bobby, well, of course, leaves the session. Shaz on the mediums though. No, wait. Of course, I mean, he started on the hards, so he had to go onto the mediums. But yeah, Shaz is cooking, although he did get let through by Womax and Brothers. But anyways, that's beneficiary for that is very nice for Shaz. Shaz won't complain about that. Shaz, of course, his next target is Steps. For Tsunami, the next target is Tilted. He's trying to send it down inside into turn 5 on Tilted. Tilted is still there. Not anymore. Tsunami gets that P8 and he's now in front of Tilted, and gets he's now behind Reggie. So now he needs to find a recipe for the overtake on Reggie. That might be a very quick recipe, since Reggie, of course, is on 8 lap older hards. Tilted behind. I don't think he's gonna do anything stupid. No, he doesn't. Doesn't send it into the Nouveau chicane. Yellow's behind us. Brad is out the Grand Prix in Nouveau chicane, and that's yet another VSC deployed. Hey, the walls are taking out people left, hand, and center. Left, right, and center. Brothers, yet another driver for the kill list, whatever it would be called. And we are barely halfway through the race. We're not even halfway through the race, and we've already almost got half the grid out of the Grand Prix. Steps takes advantage of this and goes for the used hearts. Tilted as well takes advantage, and he goes for 2 lap less used hearts. Steps 3 lap old hearts. Tilted for 1 lap old hearts. So they'll definitely be making till the end of the Grand Prix. Of course, now their chances of getting points probably are now gone, and for a good position. But now they'll be at least confident that they'll be able to make it into the end of the Grand Prix. This VSC is going for a very long time. This of course very beneficiary for Oli. And Charles gets a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pits. And Peligua as well retires through the Nouveau chicane. Another driver added to the list. And that was right after the VSC getting deployed. So yet another driver getting taken out by the walls. Shaz got a drive-through penalty for probably, well, for the Delta. Now the two... okay, now Shaz goes into the pits. Is he gonna retire? I mean, there is chance for points. There's literally chance for points. There's literally there's literally 11 drivers. Technically 12, but seriously, McCluskey he's not driving, so technically there's no one. Yeah, Shaz comes out of the pit in P9, so loses one position. Exits just in front of Tilted and Steps. Probably the rest of the Grand Prix is going to be very boring, since there is the second half of the Grand Prix and there's like half the race gone, half the grid gone, half the race gone, half the grid gone. So what? In the end of the Grand Prix, are we going to see like one driver to make it into the end? Maybe. That'll be very interesting. Ibrahim just cuts the corner through turn 14. So that's gonna be a warning. Probably Ibrahim is driving on a damaged front wing. Niklas, is he driving as well on one? Yes, he is driving on a damaged front wing. Hudson and Jake still need to pit. I believe they need to pit. Yes, they need to pit. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, it was, seriously, P2 was there because Niklas and Ibrahim are driving on damaged front wings, and Jake and Hudson still need to pit from those hards. So yeah, so you kind of throw it away. Ibrahim gets Niklas around the outside of the hairpin, which you rarely see that. And Ibrahim has just jumped himself up to P4. Niklas as well had a penalty of 3 seconds, but of course, you know, you want the position on track. Ollie's just running away with this race at this point. Probably no practice for Ollie. I think he's still cooking. Yeah, I mean, even in the actual race, that is very easy to do, just turning a bit too early into a corner. And in Monaco, if you turn in a little bit too early to a corner, you're dead. Either your front wing is dead, or your car is dead, aka your suspension pops out, and and yeah, that's your race gone. So yeah, that is a very easy mistake to do. We're Christ's sake, it's there's still half the race to go, and my clock is, well, we're gonna be here for almost an hour. Definitely, we're definitely gonna be here for almost an hour, or at least it will feel like. Tsunami, he has Niklas in front of him. He's sending it down. He's into Nuvarsken, but completely misses the corner. Hits Niklas so that he actually makes the corner, but Niklas doesn't. Of course, if Niklas got a warning from that, then he can easily get that off. But yeah, that's well, yeah. There's a 3 seconds. Yet another 3 seconds for Niklas. So if he gets, Niklas hits the Raskas wall with his rear tire and tilted. Is another driver to add to the list that retires from the Grand Prix, and there's only 10 drivers on the grid. So basically, every single driver that finishes the race gets a point. So yeah, tilted is yet another driver to add to the list that got killed by the walls. And yeah, Tsunami got in front of Niklas as Niklas hits his right rear tire into the Raskas wall. That's very easy to do as well, since the rear tires are a little bit wider than the front tires. So that's very easy to do. Even though your front tires go through the rear tires, nah. So yeah, that Williams is not turning. That Williams is just not happy to turn. He's suffering at the moment. Reggie yet another one to add to the penalties. His first 3 seconds. He needs to watch out from Womack's behind. Of course, there's a Lassie driving, but yeah, yet again he's in AI. Ollie, he's just chilling in front. In the meantime, Tsunami overtakes Ibrahim, but that's really just a let through. So yeah, Tsunami up to 4th. Tsunami can get an easy P2. Oh, I mean, Tsunami really needs to pray that Tsunami needs to pray that Ollie either gets a puncture or crashes out, which of course would be the most ideal thing to happen for Tsunami, but probably not actually the least likely, since actually the puncture is going to be the least likely. But yeah, Ollie just needs to really drive at this point, he can just do a Sunday drive. He can just chill. Shaz has overtaken Womax into the... Oh, Reggie, what have you done through the Nuvarsken? Broken front wing for him. Definitely from both sides, both the end plates are gone, and he has dropped it. He is down to P9 behind Womax. I was trying to catch if Shaz has any damage. No, he doesn't, but Reggie definitely has some damage on his car. But yeah, still, well, if he wants to continue, then of course that's his choice, but I would recommend that he does, because that's points for him. Does he... Yes, he is in front of Jake. Now he's really trying to get Womax, even though he has broken front wing. He's really trying to get him into turn 3. Squeezes Womax into the wall on the outside. That's a bit not good for Reggie. He's trying to defend from Jake. Jake he's trying to get him on the inside. Reggie, of course, has the broken front wing and the worst tires. And Jake is gonna just go literally through Reggie. And Reggie is still in P8, even though he did overtake Womax. He's still in P8 since he lost that P7 to Jake, but it was really bound to happen. He has broken front wing and 16 lap old hards compared to Jake, who has 0 lap old mediums. So yeah, that, like, he is gonna be losing like 3 seconds a lap to Jake. 3 seconds is a bit much, but 2.5. Actually, maybe 3 seconds, since he's gonna lose a lot of... Actually, he might be 3 seconds faster than Reggie at this stage. Womax gets overtaken as well by steps. Womax, well, he's on those softs from almost lap 1. Hutton is a little on those hards on from lap 1. I thought there was gonna be yet another car park through the hairpin, but Tsunami got him around the outside. And now he's in front of Hudson. And now he just really needs to get away from Hudson. Just really needs to pay attention for Hudson into the Nouveau chicane that he doesn't get him there. And now he can just really chill. He has the tire advantage. Hudson still needs to pit, so even if Hudson somehow gets in front of him or still stays behind him, he still needs to pit. He's the only driver who still needs to pit as well, since Jake has pitted already. Alfie's still out there. He's kind of praying for a safety car, but with how little or how small the grid now is, with 10 actual drivers, it's gonna be very tricky to get that. I mean, Oli driving his race 17 seconds in front of Tsunami. He's gonna be like, what, 25 seconds in front of Tsunami probably by the end of it. There is still 15 laps to go. Hudson, he's still got a pit with the gaps. He's gonna be very close with Reggie and Steps, probably. To be fair, the four of you that are actually watching this, if you're actually watching this, then to be fair, I don't know how the hell are you still in here. I don't know how you're listening. I mean, if you're listening to this while you're racing, then okay. But if you're actually in here, then I'm kind of interested how you're still in here. Like, there's gonna be nothing happening. Hudson in the pits, but yeah, there's probably almost nothing gonna happen. So to be fair, it's very interesting where he's still here. I mean, of course, if you don't leave, then it would be nice, because then I have to have someone to actually talk to commentate to. Of course, then there's going to be drivers that want to rewatch this, but you know, I don't see that that easily. Hudson pits and rejoins now in front of Reggie. Reggie, he's having a bit of an interesting race for him, since he's trying to defend from Steps and Womack. That's probably going to be the most entertaining part of the Grand Prix now, as he might get overtaken by Steps on the inside of the casino. Yes, he does get overtaken by Steps into the casino, but does he send it back down inside into turn 5? Yes, he does, but he hits the wall and he's out of the Grand Prix in turn 5, and a VSC, yet another VSC deployed. Steps as well has retired from the Grand Prix, even though he's literally guaranteed points. And so it is only 8 drivers in this Grand Prix. Hudson, who was literally waiting for that safety car, probably, or the VSC, needed to wait one more lap and he would have gotten that. But unfortunately, there's only a VSC for myself, since if it would have been a full safety car, then it would have been a little bit better, since the pack would have been a bit closer. DRS has been enabled. The grid is back into racing. Niklas just pitted, so his advantage that he was trying to get is going to get absolutely well, there's going to be no advantage to gain. Niklas into the pits to change to new mediums and for a new wing. He's going to get overtaken by Womax, still in P8. McCluskey's AI is going to overtake Steps and Reggie soon. Actually, not soon. He's still got like a flipping whole flipping race to go. A whole lap to go, and he's still driving with that broken front wing. So that's very interesting from the AI. But okay, Jake got overtaken. No, actually, he's trying to overtake Shaz. Going into the new chicane, he's gonna send it. No, it doesn't. Shaz doesn't even go wide there. So he did not catch him going wide. So he needs to find maybe another place to overtake. Maybe into turn 1, but turn 1 is really difficult to overtake. Even though it has that DRS straight, it is very difficult to overtake, since technically you have the space on the exit out of the Raskas. He had the space, but he did not get that, as he had a massive snap. Into turn 1, maybe a send. No, it's probably not going to be a send into turn 1, but that DRS into turn 1, the only one that is so bad, because you literally can't do anything in there. Like, you can't send it into turn 1, since it's not really an overtake, a place that you can really send it, since it's so tight as well. Jake, no, he's he's trying his hardest to get somewhere as well. He's now being pressured from behind by Hudson. Hudson does a push the pass. He doesn't do push the pass. I mean, he did push him, but he doesn't pass him. Of course, he realizes that he would get a penalty from that, so he just let him go in front. Of course, he doesn't really need to overtake Jake and Shaz at this stage, since both of them have got 3 seconds. But of course, he would want to catch up to Ibrahim, since he's got 3 seconds as well. Probably he doesn't. Well, maybe he remembers that. But if he doesn't, then he can't see that, of course. Jake right behind Shaz is trying to catch him. Shaz, does he get to the ERS? No, he doesn't. But into turn 1, Jake is too far back. He's not even using his ERS. Jake, so he's not going to be able to overtake him into turn 1. Yeah, Shaz has to defend from Jake as long as possible on those 8 lap holder mediums. Jake got probably a bit confused there with that AI in the middle. Probably blocking his vision and all that. Niklas got in front of Womax. Alfie trying his hardest to as well overtake Jake, but he can't really do it. Jake hits a little bit the rear of Shaz. He's trying everything. The Nouveau Chicane is probably his best bet so far. Is he gonna use ERS? No, he doesn't. Now he's using it, but only a tad bit to maybe defend from Hudson, who's going down inside into the Nouveau Chicane, but contact between them. Jake gets a 3-second time penalty as well, but he'll get that removed probably. But that was a very ambitious move and sent by Hudson, but completely misjudged that. Wasn't any, like, he was so far onto the inside of Jake, or like onto the left, on the inside, that he was never gonna make it. And contact between them, Jake got a 6 second, but probably he's gonna be able to get that off unless he gets another warning, which would mean that he would not get that, since that was for multiple warnings. That's 3 second, not for straight corner cutting. So yeah, Jake still trying to get through Shaz, but still cannot find a spot to overtake him. He needs to go for a risk somewhere to overtake him. Of course, then he would need to leave Hudson there somewhat, but he really needs to go for a small risk. Maybe not that big of a risk what Hudson did, but a small risk anyways. I mean, an overtake around here is gonna be a huge risk. He doesn't need to overtake him because Shaz has taken himself out, and yet another VSC deployed in here in Monaco. And it is only 7 drivers now racing in this Grand Prix. Shaz had the position on the table. I mean, to be fair, Jake wasn't going for anything. It looked like he wasn't going for anything, but he just bottled it. Shaz, the bottler, has done it again. Maybe not actually. The bottler, but anyways, just for a bit of banter. So yeah, Shaz has robbed us once again from some sort of or some sort of action. Jake would try and get Shaz. Now still there is a little bit of action between Hudson and Jake, since Hudson has 3 lap younger mediums. Jake of course has those 3 seconds, another 3 seconds that he got from the contact between Hudson and Jake, but he's probably gonna get that removed, but that'll be the only one. Maybe Hudson would get a penalty for that send, but we will not know. That was a big hit, not really that big of a hit from Jake onto the wall, but still not really ideal to hit those walls on the outside. Tsunami seems to be gaining a bit on Ollie, but marginally only. Hudson now very close behind Jake. He's trying to get him, but Jake as well uses ERS. No, Alfie has the DRS, he sent it down inside into turn 1, a bit of contact between them, a little bit more contact between them. Hudson has the run on the exit, they're side by side going into turn 2. Are they gonna end good? Yes, they are into turn 3, there's contact between them more, there's even more contact, they're still touching each other. Hudson, in the end, is in front of Jake. Jake, is he gonna send it into turn 5? No, he doesn't. And so it is Hudson in front of Jake, but Jake is still very close behind him. But it seems like that is the end of this fight for now. Or it might be at all, since Hudson, like I said, has the younger mediums. Now he definitely needs to run away from Jake, since from all those contacts. You could say that was a push to pass, although to be fair, at the same time, Jake could say that was... Jake could say that was a push to pass. Or punt to pass, or whatever, something in that region. Was Alfie could say that Jake did not leave me adequate space there, and so yeah, Monaco, like expected, 7 actual drivers are gonna finish the race. Womack still driving with those 29 lap on hards. I want to know what is the tire wear from the tires that Womax, Ibrahim, and Oli are driving for research purposes for myself, and as well just because I'm very interested, because I don't think they'll be like really bad. They'll be at the 60% mark. Tsunami gets a 3 second penalty. Probably they'll be like 60% mark for Womax at this point, maybe 70. But yeah, still they'll be pretty worn, and they still have 6 laps to go. Womax might have 32. Actually not, he's not got 32. Maybe he could get himself lapped so that we don't have to spend that much time waiting for him. To be fair, there's still, like I said, there's still six laps to go, so maybe Oli could just catch up to Womax by pure pace. But to be fair, that's a long way to catch up for Oli. To Womax. Of course, then the pace difference between Oli and Womax is huge, but of course, then it really just depends. Can Oli catch up? And of course, can Oli not crash himself out? That's gonna be another thing. So yeah, that'll be another thing to add. Yeah, Monaco, like Monaco. Nothing, now it's gonna be nothing to happening. Oli is pitting. Oh, now this is gonna be spicing things up a bit. Where are you, lads? Why are you not watching? This is why you should watch. I know that I said that's why you're watching still here. I did not expect that there's still gonna be so much chaos, but Tsunami has, well, so if it has the chance, but probably the chance will not happen, since Oli's got 20 lap old. He's got 20 lap old younger softs with 5 laps to go. Oli is going to be absolutely going fully at it. He's going to be going quali lap after quali lap after quali lap, since he had such a big gap to Ibrahim. He's gonna, well, he is 9 seconds in front of Ibrahim, but as well he's going to be catching up to Tsunami. Like every single sector is gonna gain like 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds every sector. Of course, Tsunami has got himself at 30 second time penalty, so actually Oli would not even need to try to catch up. He just needs to drive his normal pace on those softs and just not get himself crashed out in the walls, because then that would be just a huge bottle from Oli. Tsunami, of course, could just go like, I'm gonna punt you into a wall, but I don't think Tsunami will be doing that. Oli, let's just go with a lap with him on a lap record, or a fastest lap, probably Niklas 3 seconds. I'd say Oli probably is gonna be going for a fastest lap, definitely. The fast lap probably is held by him actually as well. Actually, not Shaz. But yeah, Oli already half a second faster than his previous time. Shaz's was 0.517. So yeah, Oli is already going for the fast lap. Probably is going to go into a weights actually, with these softs maybe. Maybe not, because actually he's gonna catch up to Tsunami on this lap. But we'll see. Ollie now into the Nouvelle Chicane. He's pushing like absolute man. It's going a bit slow through the Nouvelle Chicane, but anyways, Ollie now through the third sector. Tabak, second sector, 1.1 seconds faster than the previous time. Then through turn 15, 16, and then into Raskas. It's already almost 1 second behind Tsunami. He's still almost now. He's within that 1 second. Doesn't get that DRS, but Ollie 08, 09, 5, 2, 0. Of course, a fast lap from Ollie by a long mile. That's 2 seconds faster. Yeah, almost exactly 2 seconds faster than Shaz. I mean, no, a second faster. Sorry, what am I talking about? A second faster than Shaz. I mean, technically, I mean, you can say that it's a second faster, because almost it's gonna be a bit underwhelming. Exactly a second is gonna be a bit better. Ollie doesn't really need to overtake Tsunami at all. So yeah, Ollie. I mean, Tsunami as well, he's probably not gonna fight at all, because Ollie is just so much quicker. I mean, he saw how much he was catching up. Tsunami's probably gonna let him through. Yeah, he did overtake him around the outside. So and overtaking around the outside into that corner is not easy at all. So yeah, Ollie back into the race lead on track, and so Ollie is gonna cruise home probably from this point. Probably the last bit of action that we'll see from this race. The rest of the lap are gonna be just boring. Nothing that is gonna happen, since of course 7 drivers are driving. I'm again doing the same thing with McCluskey. McCluskey's in AI. Womack still 34 lap old hards. Jesus Christ. So yeah. What is the I mean, there isn't really that much to talk about, especially the fact that the standings were not done by Reggie. So literally there's nothing really to talk about with the standings, other than Tsunami's gonna catch up to Roggy in the standings, but not that he's gonna overtake Roggy, I believe. Okay, that's very interesting. Ollie was literally riding a wall on his side there. Yeah, like I said, since the standings were not done by Reggie, then I can't really say anything about those, other than Tsunami is gonna catch up to Rocky. Of course, he's gonna get himself a good buffer from Marco. Yeah, I can't really say anything about that. Like, I can't really do any sort of calculations. So yeah. Just waiting for the final lap, I guess. Maybe someone else is gonna retire, but at the moment it's not. It ain't happening. Hudson as well is catching up to Ibrahim, but highly doubt it that he's gonna actually catch up 4 seconds to Ibrahim on 1 lap. I mean, he can catch up to 5 seconds to Ibrahim, but not on the final lap. Like, he's not gonna catch up 4 seconds on the final lap. Even though Ibrahim has broken front wing, he's not gonna do it. Ollie finally has started the final lap of the Grand Prix. One singular person is watching this. Very nice, very good. Good that there's actually someone watching this. At one point that there was literally no one. But yeah, I don't mind actually. 2. Oh, there you go. But yeah, Ollie, just absolute dominance. Grand Prix after. I mean, he started from P19. He started P19, 18 positions up. Ibrahim as well started P17, up to 3rd. No mistakes by Oli whatsoever. Of course, wall riding the wall a bit on lap 1, but there was nothing really that he can do. Like literally riding a wall. And Oli through the couple of final corners into Raskas. Straight on. That's it. Okay, so Oli is not gonna win the Grand Prix. It's gonna be Tsunami who's gonna win the Monaco Grand Prix in a bit of a weird fashion. Tsunami wins the Monaco Grand Prix, closes the gap by quite a big margin to flipping Rogge. Might even overtake him. Ibrahim is going to finish in third, so McLaren catch up massively to Haas. In the constructors, Alfie behind Ibrahim finishes in fourth. Jake finishes in fifth. And Niklas is going to finish in sixth. Womack in seventh. McCluskey, his AI in eighth. Probably like 2 laps down. Womack is going to finish in seventh. And then there it is, Shaz, Reggie, Steps, Tilted, Pettigrew, Brothers, Bobby, Pimeralda, G-Easy, Flick, Tom, and Aris, DNF. This race lasted almost an hour, maybe a little, maybe just about an hour, but Womack finally crosses the line. Monaco is done. Some have actually completed it. Most of the grid decided to crash out. Ibrahim, driver today, I say Oli, or to be fair, both of them deserve it, but Oli from P19 up to first, in my opinion, deserves it. But yeah, for Monaco, it wasn't that bad of a race, to be honest. Tsunami wins the race, a bit anticlimactic, but Tsunami's of course not gonna complain about that whatsoever. Yeah, Tsunami probably I think is gonna take the championship lead. So yeah, by the way, I love how Shaz gets no points and Reggie gets 1. Reggie gets 1 point, Shaz gets 0 points. Of course, it's gonna be a bit different with the graphics. So yeah, here we go. The race standings. The race, how long did it take? 50 minutes. Okay, so it wasn't an hour, but still, 50 minutes it took. The race, almost 50 minutes, and we have completed it. Incidents, a little bit of them there are. From every single lap, probably. I didn't even get. Oh, I did get in the end to the end. So yeah. I'm gonna try to do something with the standings to try and calculate some things, but so, of course, like I said, for the 6th time, it's probably gonna be a little bit impossible. McLaren is gonna catch up to Haas by big margin. Of course, Womack with that P7, bit of a damage limitation, but of course, Haas probably is gonna still stay in first, but McLaren do cut that lead by quite a bit. In the standings, probably Tsunami, either he's going to take the championship lead, or he's going to be right behind Rogge. For the next week, like every other week, we have mystery round, and as well a sprint to add to that. And yeah, this was the this was the Monaco Grand Prix. Yeah, this was Monaco. It wasn't that boring what I would expect. I mean, of course, it was made better by over half the grid taking themselves out. But we got through it. And yeah, now waiting for next week, I guess, for mystery rounds. So see you next week. Ciao.